I want to address a matter that has come up because it's not diplomacy, it's vassalage. This March 7 meeting between Trump, Ali, Kamla, it's not normal political engagement. I view it as a death blow to the Caribbean unity. And today, I'm telling you exactly why this is disrespectful and why Trinidad and Tobago should be shown the door from CARICOM.
I just have one question. Are you able to expand on the meeting you're going to have with President Trump in March? We are eager to find out.
I can't because it's now coming to our attention. So I can do that another day. Yeah.
Anything you hope to achieve?
Oh, all for the benefit of the people of TNT. Whatever we do is for the benefit, security, trade, prosperity, and of course, safety.
Trump is not a friend of the Caribbean. That's number one. He's a global bully. Love him or hate him, everyone outside of the US sees Donald Trump not as a partner for the Caribbean, but as a hard right nationalist. I'll tell you what, he is a hard right nationalist who just oversaw a violent US involvement in Venezuela, kidnapping the president in the dead of night, pressures the Caribbean states on Cuba and Haiti, and he pushes a militarized agenda that destabilizes our region. And yet, here comes Ali and Kamla rushing off to Miami like little puppets. Sorry, I just had to say that. That's not respect. That is a lot of submission taking place. They are endorsing an administration with a track record of heavy-handed intervention in Latin America.
What the U.S. administration is having in Miami, as you alluded to, is a meeting on security matters that is convened by President Trump. And yes, I have been invited to the meeting.
Has an agenda been set to you?
No, as I said, it's a meeting dealing with security matters, it's dealing with some of the challenges in the region, and to see how we can coordinate better in relation to those challenges. And this is an engagement that has been ongoing. So, as you asked, yes, we were invited.
My friends, CARICOM was built on regional unity, not a US partnership. For those of you who don't know that, the Caribbean is supposed to be and should always remain a zone of peace, mutual respect, and regional self-determination. Of course, Trinidad says there's nothing called a zone of peace, so she should exit. But forcing a one-on-one top table with Trump, while most other CARICOM leaders stay back, is throwing that unity out of the window. And that says a lot. That says our policies ahead of the regions. We are willing to break ranks and cozy up with the most divisive US president in living memory. That is not leadership, my friends. It is what I call subservience. Trinidad is actively breaking with CARICOM policy. So let's talk the facts on that. Kamla's government isn't just attending the Trump summit. She's publicly rejected CARICOM collective foreign policy framework and said Trinidad will act its own way, even outside the region's positions. She has even supported US military action that many CARICOM members condemned as harmful and extrajudicial. She said blew them up violently. This isn't pragmatic diplomacy. For those of you who don't understand, this is open defiance of Caribbean policy consensus. And then comes Guyana. Why Guyana's participation matters and Trinidad is worse. Look, many people are right to be annoyed with Guyana's decision to attend, only with Trump on security issues That's not principled either. But there's a difference here with Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. Guyana's alignment is largely reactionary to threats tied to its territorial dispute with Venezuela, an issue that affects its sovereignty. So there you have it. Trinidad's decision, though, that one is political choice, pure and simple. It's not survival. So, in the end, let's be clear here. This is disrespect to every CARICOM nation. And this move shows us, signals to us, we don't need CARICOM to speak for us. We would prefer US interests over Caribbean interests. And our people's welfare isn't as important as foreign accolades that we may receive. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is disrespectful to Caribbean heads of government and disrespectful to Caribbean citizens. So here's the real talk, my friends. If you put a price on Caribbean unity, its sovereignty and respect, Trinidad has already paid it. And repeated choices like this should disqualify Trinidad and Tobago from speaking on behalf of the Caribbean in CARICOM. This has nothing to do with politics right now. This is identity. And the more I think about it, CARICOM isn't a club for sellouts, you know. It's a union. This CARICOM union that we have was built on shared history, shared struggle, and shared dignity. That is what it was built on. A meeting with Trump under these conditions, without the whole region, and while breaking ranks with CARICOM policy, is not diplomatic finesse. It's an absolute betrayal. So yeah, Trinidad, kick them out. Guyana, rethink your alliances. And for the Caribbean, stay united, you hear me? And do not let outsiders divide us. They're already starting to do a good job on that. Guys, take it easy. Take care. I will talk in the next video.